Welcome to Mi Keamcha Yisrael. This week we hear Haazinu, the final song that Moshe Rabbeinu leaves us with. Why not halachot? Why a song? Because life, like a song, cannot be judged by a single note. One note may sound sharp, another bitter. But when you step back and you hear the full score, you realize that even the dissonance was a part of the harmony. It was flawless. Moshe pleads with us, Hatzur Tamim Pa'alo, the rock, referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, his work is perfect. Ki chod derachav mishpat, Borei Olam's justice is exact. It goes on to say, Kel imuna ve'ein avel tzadik ve'yashar hu. Even what looks crooked to us is straight in his eternal song. But here lies the danger. We zoom in on one sharp note, one painful moment, and we forget the entire symphony. Not long ago here in Brooklyn, two men lived this truth in the most bitterly painful way. They weren't acquaintances or casual friends. They were brothers in all but blood. They built their lives side by side. From their earliest years, they trusted each other. They leaned on each other. They built a business together and they celebrated semachot together. They stood for each other through pain and joy. For decades, their relationship was as pure as the driven snow. 30 years of loyalty, kindness, and sacrifice. And one day, it all came crashing down. A single deal went sour. Words were spoken, sharp, cutting words, words that pierced deeper than any sword. One felt betrayed, deceived, and humiliated. All the love and all the trust and all the laughter in his eyes, it was gone. It was as if 30 years had vanished in a moment. The friendship was shattered. Years passed. The man who had caused the hurt came again and again, begging for forgiveness. He wrote letters. He knocked on the door. He pleaded with tears, but nothing could soften the bitterness that had taken root. Finally, a wise and successful businessman stepped in. He invited them one night to come to Shirah on Ocean Parkway, and he listened to their story. And then without a word, he brought out a small balance scale from his briefcase. He placed on the table between them the balance, and then slowly and deliberately he began. One white cube. This is for the loyalty that you showed each other when you had nothing but dreams. Another white cube. This is for the years that you shared. Every meal, every laugh, every struggle. Another. This is for the business that you built together with trust. Another. This is for the countless favors, the rites of support, and the nights together, the sacrifices that only true friends make. One on one, he continued, each cube a memory, each cube a kindness, each cube a piece of friendship that spanned decades. 30 white cubes, 30 years of goodness. And then he reached into his pocket. He pulled out a single black cube and he placed it gently on the other side. The room went silent. The scale wobbled. 30 white cubes against one black. And the wise man asked, almost in a whisper, does the one black cube truly erase 30 white ones? Tears filled their eyes. The anger, so heavy for so many years, it cracked. Slowly, with trembling steps, the two men stood, they looked at one another, and they embraced. The black cube was rendered powerless. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand now in the shadow of Yom Kippur. The scale is before us. The white cubes are there. Borei Olam has already stacked them, kindness upon kindness, blessing upon blessing. But some of us, myself included, we're still clutching that black cube. The question is no longer theirs, it's ours. Who among us doesn't have someone to call? Can't call a brother, a friend, a neighbor, perhaps a child? Who among us can't think of one word unsaid, one wound unhealed, and one hand that was kind of left hanging in the air? Time is the moment. This is now. It's not next week. It's not next year. It's really right now. Pick up the phone, cross the street, open your heart, cast away the black cube before the gates close. And remember, this was Moshe Rabbeinu's last song, Haazinu. His plea was that we see the harmony, not just the sharp note, that we trust the justice of Borei Olam even when we don't understand, that we remember the 30 whites and we release the black and let the Shirah of our lives rise again. And if we do, on Kippur, when Borei Olam looks at us, he'll remember only the 30 whites, only the loyalty and only the love, only the good. And together, we will hear the Shirah of our people rise, whole, radiant, eternal, perfect, from beginning to end. Shabbat Shalom and a Gemar Chatima Tova.